Hey, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome to the channel, where today I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at this 65-inch LG C4 OLED. Now I'm very fortunate to get hold of this TV so early, and that is all thanks to the electrical retailer Peter Tyson. Now, if you could do me a favour, and if you are looking to purchase a new TV, then please click on their link in the description. I don't get any commission or anything like that, but any more sales that they get looks good for the channel because they're more likely to send me more TVs to test out, which helps you guys out in return. But let's just take this C4 for instance. Now, if you're to purchase this from them, you'll get a free 5-year warranty, free delivery, and they also offer buy now pay later options. Now if that all wasn't good enough, then just check out their rating on Trustpilot. It is amazing, and that's everything that you want when you're purchasing your next TV. So please click on their link in the description, and thanks once again to Peter Tyson. Now I'll be doing this video in my regular style, so what we will do first is take a look around the outside of the box. We'll then open up the box, get the TV out, have a look around the back of the TV, see all the inputs and outputs that it has, then we'll take a look at all the supplied accessories, then we get the TV up on the wall. Once I've done that, we'll get the TV all set up, then I'll take a look around all the menus, we'll test out the picture and test out the sound. Now as you can see, I've already got a TV up on the wall, and that is the 65-inch LG C3 OLED, and I will be testing that out directly against the C4 OLED. And those videos will be coming very soon, and if you want to see those, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okie dokie, let's crack on then by first taking a look around the outside of the box. So this is the LG OLED Evo 65C4. Moving across, and we can see that this has the Alpha 9 Gen 7 AI processor 4K, brightness booster, Web OS, ThinQ AI, Chromecast built in, works with Apple AirPlay, works with Apple Home. Moving on up to the top right hand corner, and it goes on to say world's #1 OLED TV for 11 years. Fair play, that's pretty impressive. Then we come down to our energy ratings. Now both of these come in at an F. Moving on down again, we can see 2024 new, 164 centimeters or 65 inches, and finally matter. Let's next take some measurements of the actual box itself. These could be handy if you're looking to transport the box somewhere or even just store it. So starting off with the length first, and that comes in at 158.5 centimeters. Then moving on to the depth, and that comes in at just over 19 centimeters. And finally the height, and that comes in at 95.5 centimeters. Okie dokie, we've now come to my second favourite part of any TV unboxing, and that is actually opening it up for the very first time. My favourite being peeling off the screen protector. Whether this TV comes with one or not, well, we will soon find out. So let's get the scissors on the go. And I'm very fortunate to be able to do this. Normally you'd have to spend a small fortune, but I get to do this on a regular basis, and I absolutely love it. And it's only because of you guys that I'm able to do this so often. So thanks very much, and I do really appreciate everyone's support on the channel. So what do we have? So we've got a bag there with a remote in it and a few other bits. Looks like a plate there for the bag. That's going to be to do with a stand. Looks like a plastic cover as well. And there we go. Can't see it properly yet, but you can see. I don't know actually. Oh, there we go. We can peel that back. There we go. Just check that out. That looks well nice. Now just going down the side of the box, and to have the base there for the stand. Take a look at that again in a minute. And now I just need my son to give me a hand to get the TV out of the box. Right then, that's the TV out of the box, and looking at the back, it does look a little bit different. So if we go in a little bit closer, you can see it's got this sort of marbly effect going on with that. I'll be honest, not really a fan of that. looks more like bathroom tiles or something. In the bathroom, yeah, it looked great. On the back of a TV, not so much. But anyway, let's take a look at what else we have. So in the middle, we have the LG OLED logo just there. Then we have 4 holes. That's to mount our wall mounting brackets. Moving on down from that, and then we have the power cable. And sadly, once again, LG have decided to make it a permanent fixture to the back of the TV. So I will measure that in a minute, but that's not great because if it's not long enough, you can't easily swap it out. Bit of a nightmare. Right, moving on down, and we have a button just there. Now that is if you lose the remote control or just don't want to use it, and you can access the menus and operate all the controls. Moving around to the right hand side of the TV, or the left hand side if you're looking at the TV straight on, and the inputs and outputs, and we have a one for IR blaster, antenna and satellite, optical digital, LAN. Now we come to our HDMIs. Now we have 4 of these in total. Number 2 marked up as ARC/eARC, but this time around it doesn't say 4K 120 like it used to on there, but these can still do your 4K 120, but for gaming it can now go up to 144 Hz, which is great. And finally we move across and we have 3 USBs. Right, let's next take some measurements then. So first off, I'm going to measure the wall mounting bracket holes. So they are 30 centimeters by 20 centimeters. And then let's measure this power cable. So like I said, it's fixed. So this is quite an important measurement. And this comes in at approximately 192 centimeters. Right, let's now take a look at all the supplied accessories. So first off then, we're going to take a look at the supplied stand. So what is it like this year? Well, there you go. So it's a brushed affair there, so that is metal. It's like a pinkish grey, I think. We've got the LG OLED logo there, but plastic around the back. Nice and dinky that, so great if you've just got a small stand for your TV. Then we have, looks like a plastic cover. There we go, that's going to go around the back of the TV when you put it on the stand. Then we have this little part, which again is all part of the stand, so that's going to connect to the back of the TV again there with screws. And then we come to our accessory bag. So let's take a look at what the lights are inside this. So we have our usual bits of paperwork just there, sling those to the side, no one's going to read them. Looks like we've got a cable tidy, a couple of batteries there, that's going to be for the remote control, those are AA's, our IR blaster, and those screws there for the stand. Now we come to, oh, and another packet of screws, didn't see those. Right, now we come to the remote control. So, has the remote changed? No. But anyway, let's do the peel on it. Oh, it's satisfying that. And yeah, it is the same design again. So if we look at that, we've got shortcuts on there. So we've got Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Rakuten, LG channels, and Alexa. Then we've got our scroll wheel in the middle there, and that is our enter button. If you don't know how these work, well, they're like a Wii remote control. You can just point it at the TV, move it around, and the cursor on the screen moves. It is very good, but again, design not the best. It is just all plastic. It's nice in the hand, but yeah, I think the build quality could be better, could make it out of metal. It would be nice to see it backlit. I don't think it is backlit, but I'll soon find out when I put the batteries in it. Okie dokie, we've now come to my favourite part of any unboxing video, and that is removing the protective film. And I'm pleased to say, yes, this TV does have it. Now, if we look, we have pull tabs on either side, but I'm going to start on this side, and this should be very satisfying. Oh, yeah. My son's laughing. Always the best bit coming down the side. Yeah. Nice. Now, as you can see, we've now got the TV up on the wall and I've got it connected up to the mains. So all that is left to do is turn it on for the very first time. So now I say and press the OK button on your remote, which is the wheel. So if I press on that, there we go, we're getting some voice feedback there, and we're now going to go through the setup process. Now I'm going to run through the setup process as quickly as possible, and I won't be doing it on every LG OLED TV that I get sent this year. Just want to do it on this one, just to see if anything has changed from last year. So we're starting off with language then, and it's already highlighted and ticked for English, so I'm going to click on next. Now we move on to country. I'm in the UK, so I'm going to click on next. Now it's saying about the audio guidance, as you can hear, is speaking back. Don't want that, so I'm going to click on no. Now we've got the option to set up with a mobile device or with the remote control. I'm going to use the remote control. Next we've got the internet connection, and I'm going to click on my router and enter the password. There we go, it's all now connected to the internet. Now we've got some terms and conditions. I'm going to click on next. Now we come to the terms and conditions, and I'm going to select all on this, because if you don't, it can hinder some of the services that you can use. So I'm going to click on agree. Now it says user environment analysis. So if you've got maybe an external box, maybe like a satellite box or a games console, you can hook it up at this point and it should automatically detect it. Now, as you can see, I've got nothing set up at the moment, so I'm just going to click on next. Now it goes on to say the way to watch TV. You've got set-top box, TV only, TV and set-top box, and none. For now, I'm just going to click on none, and I'm going to click on next. Now it's asking me to put in my broadcast address settings, so I'm going to enter my postcode and move on to the next step. Now it says device installation type, so we've got the choice between having it on the stand or wall mounted. Obviously mine is wall mounted, so I'm going to highlight that and click on enter. Now we've come to AI functions, so we have AI Picture Pro and AI Sound Pro. Now at the moment AI Picture Pro and AI Sound Pro are both toggled off, but I'm going to toggle AI Picture Pro on. There we go, gives us a demonstration of what the difference will be like. Same with the sound. But just for now, I'm going to toggle both of those off and click on next. Now we come to always ready. It says when the TV is turned off, it switches to always ready to provide optimized wallpaper, voice recognition, and mobile device music playback. If you use a remote control other than the Magic Remote, wallpaper setting may not be supported. Now we do have a toggle for this, so we can turn that on or off, but for now I'm going to leave that off and move on to next. Now we come to software automatic update. This is automatically toggled on. Everything else has been toggled off. I think it's wrong that they do that with the software update. I'm going to toggle that off because I don't want to do it just yet, and I'm going to click on next. Now we come to LG account. Sign in with your account to conveniently use a variety of services. So we've got sign in with the mobile LG ThinQ app, sign in with mobile web, or sign in on TV. But for now, I'm just going to skip. Explore the world with your LG TV. Now we come to recommended apps and services. Now these are all pre-installed, but if you click on them, it will get you to sign in. But for now, I'm not going to sign into any and just click on done. Now it does say just there, the current pitch mode is the optimized setting for energy saving. If you want to increase brightness, please change the picture mode. And that's something I would recommend that everyone does. Now that we've got the TV all set up, and before we take a look around all the menus, I want to take a look at the design of the TV. Now it is a stunning looking TV. Now if we're going a little bit closer, we can see just how thin It really is. I'll put my finger up there as some kind of reference. And yeah, it's a stunner. Thank God I've got it wall mounted and I can't see that ugly looking back on it. Now, as we move down, and as you've seen from earlier on, it does get thicker just this section. But if you notice, it's so well designed that even if you move really far around, you don't actually get to see that. So that's really good. Now, if we go in close, you can see just how thin those borders are on this TV. Very, very thin indeed. Moving back, and we've got that little notch down the bottom just there, so that will house our LED indicator when the TV is turned off and various sensors. And yeah, it's nice it's not got any branding on it as well. I've mentioned this in another video before when I was talking about the LG C3, and it's the same for this. We've not got the company logo splashed over the bottom of the TV somewhere. Other manufacturers actually put them off to the side, and I think that looks really, really ugly. But on this, it's a really nice sleek look to it. Like I said, just apart from that bump, you know, it's about as minimalistic as you could possibly get. Let's next take a look around some of the menus, and starting off with the home menu. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the magic remote, and I'm going to get up my pointer, which is much faster and convenient than using the directional buttons. Now, as you can see on the left hand side here, as I use the pointer, we have shortcuts there for our account, notifications, search and guide. Now this one here is our quick settings. Now if we click on that, and now we jump into these quick settings. Now we have things like picture mode, OLED pixel brightness, sound mode, sound out, sleep timer, eye care mode, screen off, privacy and terms, multi-view and music discovery. Now let's say I click on OLED pixel brightness. Just click on that and straight away we are straight into the brightness setting, and we can put that up or down. And it is just a quick and easy way to access those controls. Now, if you don't like what's there, what you can do is you can go to this icon here and go down to the plus symbol, and we've got a whole other range of shortcuts that we can select and add, and obviously remove others out. If I scroll down, you've got a good idea there of what's on offer, and there is a lot, to be fair, so that is great. Now coming back out of that, and we do have some advertising stuff going on at the top here. So we've got LG TV tips, and we've got this go-to chatbot. So if I just quickly click on that, we've got this chatbot going on, and it says, hello, how can I help you? Select your inquiries and I will resolve them quickly. And it was just speaking back to us there. And if I click on, say, screen, so this looks like to be problem solving, which again, does seem very good, but I'll look into that in more detail in another video. Now moving down from that, and still on the home menu, we have these tabs. So just scroll along, we've got a tab there from Home Office, Games, Music, Home Hub, Sports, Accessibility and Edit. Again, we can edit those cards if we wish. Now moving down from that, and we come to our apps. Now as I always say, I'm in the UK, so the apps I get here may be different to what you get in your own country. But the ones that are listed for me, and what I'd say are the most important, are BBC iPlayer, ITVX, 4 and My 5. Now they are what I'd say the main catch-up services for the UK market, so that is great. But we also have Now, Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus and Apple TV. Prime Video, Disney Plus and Apple TV, great if you want to watch 4K HDR or Dolby Vision content. Then we have Raccoon TV. Another new one there, we've got Roxy, we've got YouTube, we've got BBC Sounds, Sports Alerts, Home Hub, Always Ready, don't think that was on there before, web browser, media player, camera, again, don't remember seeing that before, so it says there about adding a camera if we want, so yeah, that is something maybe I'll look into testing out in the future. And if we back out of that, and finally at the end, again, we have edit apps, where again, we can add or remove apps as we see fit. Now, of course, if those apps aren't to your liking, then if we go all the way to the start, we do have our app store. Now in here, there's absolutely loads of apps to choose from. So we've got featured, entertainment, game, news and info, life, education, and many, many more. Now moving down from the apps bar and we come to our recent inputs, and scrolling along we come to free on LG channels. So it's just going to be now recommendations and stuff of things that you may want to watch. So we've got free on LG channels like I just said, then we've got live TV. Now we're streaming on say like Disney Plus, Prime Video, Apple TV, so on and so forth. Then we've got Life's Good Hub, Editor's Picks, new releases and lots more. But you can, if you want, you can edit these to be in a different order, or if you go into the settings, basically you can shut all that off so you get a more basic home menu. Now let's go into our main settings and see if anything's really changed in there. So I'm going to grab our magic remote, hold down on the settings button for a long press, keeping it down. And there we go, we come into our main settings. So we've got settings for picture, sound, general and support. Starting off then with the picture, and if we go to select mode, now this is all going to depend on what content you are watching, but we've got personalized picture, vivid, standard, auto power save, cinema, sports, game optimizer and filmmaker mode, expert bright space, expert dark space. Now coming out of that and we scroll down, we come to our personalized picture wizard. Now what this does, it allows you to easily set up the picture to your liking. So what it'll do, it will show you a series of images and you just say which one you prefer. Dead simple, and I think it is quite effective, especially for those people who find it a bit daunting with all the different picture settings. And at the end, it will give you your own personalized picture setting, which will save in those picture settings. And if you want to click on it, there you go. It just brings up your personal settings, which has all been done using AI to your personal preference. Now moving on down, we come to advanced settings. Now in here we have settings for brightness, color, clarity, apply to all inputs, reset, filmmaker mode and reduce blue light. If we back out of that, and I am noticing that we are getting this pop-up. Again, I've not seen that before. So it says frequently used settings. It says things like energy saving there, setting to reduce power consumption. So if I was to click on that, and it takes us straight into the energy saving. So it's just giving us some ideas of the things that we may be looking for. And again, we can just jump straight into them. Again, OLED pixel brightness. If I click on that, because it's recommending it, maybe I'm looking for that. There we go. It takes us straight to where OLED pixel brightness is. Again, that's another great little feature to help you get started. Now let's move over to sound. And we've got our different modes there. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to show you those just yet because we're actually going to test those out. But then moving down from that, we've got our sound out. So we can choose how we want the sound to play. So use TV speaker, use wired speaker, use wireless speaker, so on and so forth. Then we've got our advanced settings for that. So we've got Dolby Atmos, we can adjust the balance, equalizer, apply to inputs. Again, in here, as we've done in the setup process, we can change how the TV is mounted, be it on the stand or a wall. And yeah, loads of other settings again in there. Now coming out of that, we're going to go down to general. So we've got our accessibility settings. Just quickly touch on these as well. So we've got audio guidance there, audio description, learn remote control, listen together with hearing aid. And again, lots of accessibility settings, which is great. Then we've got our always ready mode. Again, we touched on that on the initial setup. Then we have AI service. So in here, we've got that AI Picture Pro. Again, we've seen that at the start. AI brightness settings, AI genre selection, AI Sound Pro, AI acoustic tuning. That's great. Uses the remote control to set the sound to your listening environment. The TV will send out some sound signals to the remote, which sends it back to the TV, and it customizes the sound to your viewing environment. Then we've got a few other settings just there. Now, if we back out of that, we've got our OLED care. So we've got care picture settings in there. So we can change those if we wish. And then our OLED panel care, so we can run pixel cleaning and turn on or off some of those OLED protection measures. Then we have family settings, programs, network, external devices, system, quickly just go in here, so we've got language, location, so on and so forth. And then finally at the bottom we have our energy saving. Now last thing on the list is support. So we've got a few things going on in here. Memory optimizer is a good one. So if you notice the TV's maybe run a little bit sluggish with the menus and that, you can run that optimizer and it will shut things down in the background and hopefully make it run a little bit smoother. And then finally at the top there, we've got a software update, which is again good if you want to manually do an update and you've turned off the automatic updates, you'll find that just in there. Okie dokie, now it's come to the time where we're going to test out some footage. Now I've got up some demo footage which is included in the TV if you know where to find it, and I'll do a video about that at a later date. So without further ado, let's fire up the first clip. And already that is looking absolutely gorgeous. Check that out. Now at the moment we are just in the standard picture mode, as you can see just there, but I'm going to do the unthinkable and I'm going to click on vivid, and check that out. That has really now gone up in brightness. Probably doesn't come across so well on camera, but trust me, it has really jumped up. And of course this TV has got a brightness bump this year apparently, and I'll check that out for myself when I compare it against last year's C4 OLED, which will be interesting to see what the difference is, if any. But wow, that looks absolutely amazing. Just check that out. Oh my God. Now onto a bit of darker footage. Wow, those colours are absolutely popping there. Wow, that looks nuts. I have seen this footage before, but it still amazes me every time I see it. You've got to see it in person though, to get the full effect of the OLED technology and those perfect blacks. We are getting a bit of reflection there from my windows, but that's to be expected. Now this next bit of footage, if I show you, get up the settings again. There we go, we are now watching in Dolby Vision. So we should be in for a right treat. And oh yes, we are getting it all right. Wow, look how clear that is. Now sorry if I'm going on a little bit with these bits of demo footage, but I think it's what people like to see with these TVs. Look at it. Looks well mint. And I will be showing a bit of my own footage in just a minute, because obviously this stuff is always done to look overly sharpened and bright. But even so, it is very impressive indeed. Check it out, like a window. Amazing. If you've not seen an OLED before, honest to God, go into a store and check one out. I think they are the best TVs that you can currently buy, and yeah, I will be shocked if you would be disappointed in what you are seeing. Honest to God, it is like real life. Look at it. Just take a look at it. Next up, we're moving on to a piece of my own 4K footage. Now, I shot this with the missus the other day at Warwick Castle, and that is looking very nice indeed. This was just shot on an iPhone. And yeah, just check that out. Look at the detail again. That's crazy to think that a phone's recording could look that good on a TV. But let's be honest, it's the TV that's really making the magic happen. It just looks so clear. Now, just looking for a bit of quick feedback off you guys, I'm thinking about doing some days out videos with the missus, record some nice footage, maybe 4K HDR, which should be good to test out on your TV. Would you like to see me upload those to YouTube? If you would, then hit me up in the comments section. But we have got one coming out very soon, which I'm going to be uploaded, which was a trip to a poo museum of all places. So yeah, look out for that coming very soon. It is a bit of a laugh. But anyway, getting back to the video in hand, and just check out how clear that is. That is absolutely crazy. On to another piece of 4K HDR footage now then. Again, this is my own. And we are in the standard picture mode at the moment. And it is still looking nice and crispy and bright. But again, I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to click on the settings button, just so you can see it properly what I'm doing here. As you can see, it says HDR, and I'm going to go to Vivid. There we go, that's really bumped up once again. Might be a bit over the top for some people, but still, just thought I'd show it because it is going to be like the maximum brightness that you can get out of this. Like even McDonald's was looking great on this TV. You just put the remote down there a minute because the pointer's going mad all over the screen. But yeah, look how clear that looks. Again, I'm just blown away with how good it can look from just a phone's camera. Look at it. Really, really nice. And we just finish off now with a nice bright scene. Check out that blue. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And so far, I am very, very impressed with the image on this TV, and that's before I've even tinkered with it. So there's definitely more to be had out of it. But yeah, out of the box, I can't complain. Okie dokie, next up we're going to test out the sound of this TV. So as you can see, we've got a bit of GTA 5 playing on the PlayStation 5. And if I just turn the volume up, so as we stand at the moment, if I get up the sound settings, you can see that we are in Game Optimizer. Now we do have AI Sound Pro, Standard, Cinema, Clear Voice Pro, Sports and Music. So let's just run through them. So let's go to Music. So that's a little bit deeper sounding, turn it up a bit more. Then we've got Sports, Clear Voice Pro, Cinema, then Standard, and then finally AI Sound Pro. So let's put it back to Game Optimizer and see how loud this thing actually goes. And I do apologise there if I've just burst your eardrums, but yeah, to be fair, it does go nice and loud, and it doesn't seem to be distorting either, so that is a positive. But as I always recommend, with this sort of TV, I would always say that you are better off really getting a dedicated soundbar or maybe an amp and speakers to really get the most out of the sound. And there you have it then, guys. Now don't forget, I'm going to be doing loads more videos with this LG C4 OLED, including gaming with the PS5 and Xbox Series X. I'll also be doing videos comparing it against last year's C3 OLED to see what the differences are, and I'll also be doing a best things and worst things about it video too. And if you want to see those videos, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now if you have enjoyed today's video, then please do me a massive favour, just reach up and hit that thumbs up button, and also if you want to leave me a tip, I do also have the super thanks feature below. And finally, if you want to support the channel for absolutely free, then please consider using my Amazon affiliate link. Now, if you purchase anything through that link, I get a few pence back in my pocket from any sales, but it costs you not a single penny extra. So anyway, thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on next one. Bye for now.